Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel Style by Nahrin, where I discuss fashion and beauty styling tips. I'm still gauging on how I'm going to set up the fashion bits, but until then we're going to keep rolling with the beauty section. Today we're going to go into the ColourPop No Filter collection of foundation, concealer, setting powder, pressed powder. Alright, we're going to start off with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. So when you unscrew the lid, which I'm sure most of you know, it has a little spatula disc. We're going to scrape into the product until we reach this line, and no more because it actually is quite a bit. Next, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop No Filter Foundation in the shade Fair 30. Sometimes I saw people online struggling with the pump. There's a tiny little indicator, which it's not showing up on camera, but all you have to do is just twist it until it clicks towards the droplet and you can start pumping. And it's extremely watery, so I'm guessing this might not be full coverage. And I'm gonna take my Linda Hallberg's The Sponge and apply it. I have to say, it's so difficult to find the right shade when you're buying a product only online. And I feel especially when it comes to skin, you really need to test it out. You know, put a little swatch on, wait like 5-10 minutes, see if it oxidizes, see if that's the right shade. It's a lot of testing and experimentation in order to find your correct shade. I mean, it looks like it has pretty okay coverage. It's really not bad, especially for the price point. Like, I wish, obviously, that it was a bit more pigmented, or should I say opaque, so that it would really have a more full coverage effect on my previous acne scarring. But, you know, I'm not mad at it. I'm not wowed, but again, for the price point, it's really not bad. It looks like you can actually layer it, so hopefully that will work in our favor. Usually when a foundation is very watery or runny, it's not going to be full coverage. So far, the shade is actually looking not bad. Again, we'll see how it wears and oxidizes. Everything oxidizes, it's just a matter to what degree. Really, really good foundations, they might not look like they're oxidizing if they don't shift in shade on your skin, but technically everything does oxidize. It's just a transformation from a liquid. Similar to when you paint your walls, you have to wait until the shade dries and most paints will change color. It's normal. It's like that in art too, with oil painting and acrylics and watercolor. I know, I'm a painter. Alright, after another layer or so, I still can see the acne red spots peeking through. Alright, so I'm gonna just wait, let it set for a little bit, maybe a minute or so, and then I'm going to try to reapply again to see if maybe that will help more. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I see it very much so when I'm looking in the mirror. So maybe on camera it might not be picking it up. But we're not giving up yet, so a couple of more pumps. Alright, foundation is applied. I'm hoping that even though this was a very liquidy formula and not as opaque, I'm just hoping it doesn't move around throughout the day and then kind of rub off. Alright, now we're gonna go in with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 2. And now I'm gonna go in with my BH Cosmetics Marble Brush number 4 to apply the ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. I know it says it's translucent, but it really brought down the concealer, so it almost blends with the foundation. It's not that highlighted, it's not that lifted look as it was before. I just realized I have the AC on. Sorry guys, it's kind of hot in here, especially with these lights. Don't have central air as of yet. Hopefully now you can hear me. Alright, for the rest of the face, I'm going to go in with the number 2 brush from the Marble BH Cosmetics brush set. As you notice, I am tapping the product. I am not brushing or swiping because this foundation will pull off because it was initially very liquidy in application and not full coverage. And I can already see a little bit of my foundation lifting off around here. So very light tapping motions, but really try to press the powder in and no swiping. And since my skin tends to get more on the oily side, especially during the summer months when it's really hot like today in LA, my skin will definitely get more oily and shiny throughout the day, so I will always use a lot more powder. Kind of like how Patrick Star packs it on. It really does work. I've been doing it since I was a kid with my mom's loose powders since I couldn't use makeup, you know, when you're little, like 13. But that's how I would control my oil. Loose powder really helps. And going back in with the previous brush, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder in the shade Fair. Again, it's just a matter of really pressing in the powder to make sure this stays on your face throughout the day. Okay, so far, I don't hate it. I do see that it has lifted a little bit on my chin. I'm not entirely sure if you could see it, but that's literally just pressing the powder in. That has rubbed it. I haven't touched my face until now. Maybe the tip of my nose on the side here. I don't know if you could see it. Sorry, I'm not trying to flip you off. It's really not bad. I think also under these lights you see everything more exaggerated. But it's not bad. Truly, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's great because it isn't covering the parts that I'm very, self-conscious about. The acne scarring, which is concentrated around here. But you could still see these guys, and I don't like that. And for the amount of work getting it on, and it's still not that covered, it wouldn't be my go-to. I'm gonna reach for it all the time, but I mean, I'm definitely gonna still use it. As far as repurchasing, I don't know. Again, we'll see how it wears on the really extreme hot days, which I don't think it's gonna work on a really hot day here in LA because it's been over 100 degrees. Yay! God, kill me now. Alright, for contour, I'm gonna go in with Marc Jacobs 20 Dream Filter. I'm gonna go in with a Sephora fan brush called the Pro Full Coverage Airbrush 53 Extra Large. Alright, I'm not going to use this brush. Can't do the swiping motions with this one. It is already lifting my foundation up here, and I'm concerned it's going to do it here. So let's find a new brush really quick. Alright, using number 1, Marble BH Cosmetics brush, which is this beautiful poofy domed powder brush. This will hopefully have a more softer application and not lift the foundation. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of my face on, and I'll be right back with my thoughts. Alright, face is finally on. I use the NORVINA palette, and if you would like to see that video, I'll put the link to that video in the description box. Go check it out. Overall, I do like the ColourPop No Filter collection. Foundation, concealer, setting powder, pressed powder. When I went and looked in the regular mirror in my vanity, and when I looked outside, it was beautiful. It looks very pretty. But as you can see, it has creased quite a bit in my forehead. When I was applying my eyebrow pencil, I quickly wiped away at this area lightly. I barely touched my face, and the foundation has completely lifted right here. So that's a reason that I'm not very happy with, because, you know, it takes a lot of pumps for fuller coverage, because I can't say this is full coverage. If the product did not move or rub off, if I touched my face, like for example, you're leaning on a table, chit-chatting with a friend, you know, it's gonna rub off. I did it for a moment earlier, and it has come off on my chin. So that is really disappointing. I'm not used to foundations moving on my face. It just stays there until I wipe it, wash it. So yeah, I'm not thrilled that the foundation has lifted here or on my chin. That's just, it's not acceptable. But I don't know, I want to say it's okay for the price point, because it is a very, very affordable foundation. And I do love ColourPop. But if that hadn't happened, I would say I freaking love the No Filter collection, because the color was beautiful. I don't know. I can't be excited about it anymore. For me, only higher end products have always worked on my face. Every time I have gotten an item that has been more on the affordable range has always disappointed me. It's either burned my lips, made my face feel itchy, I broke out. I've pretty much just stuck with Chanel, Estee Lauder, Fenty Beauty. Those foundations have never bothered me. I kind of like to just stick with what works and doesn't break me out, and definitely has a strong wearability. This one, not so much. I just hope ColourPop actually comes out with something that's really full coverage, not cakey, but you know, good full coverage foundation, because this is not fun. This has only been a couple of hours, and imagine at the end of the day, I'm probably gonna have zero foundation on my chin and forehead or anywhere that I touch my face. So if you wear this foundation, try not to touch your face, and I would suggest not wearing it in summertime if you are oily skinned especially. But I think I do like the powder. Even though it says it's translucent, it's not. It's kind of tinted and it dims the concealer. I'm not annoyed with it knowing that now. I know I probably won't use this with concealer. I'll just use it when I'm just wearing foundation. And the sheer pressed powder, not a whole lot of product comes off when I use the brush to swipe at it. But, you know, again, it takes a few weeks to test things out and try them and, you know, see how it goes. I do like the concealers though. The concealers are really good. They're very full coverage. I kind of wish the foundation was the same formula as the concealers, because it's full coverage. That would have made me really happy. You know, again, these are my opinions, my thoughts, and how it works on my particular skin. So, you know, regardless of what I say, if you want to try it, go for it. It might work for you. I mean, I know a lot of people are actually happy with it. So don't take anyone else's word as, you know, the word. Make your own decisions. Try it for yourself, but know that they don't have samples and they're only sold online. So if you buy it, you can't return it. It kind of sucks when they have a no return policy. So buyer, be knowledgeable when making a purchase. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this informative. I hope you like this video. If you do, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And until the next time, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.